Today I'm going to show you how my own student went from 0 all the way up to 10,000 per month in less than 3 months, all the way up to even 1K days right now on her store, selling saturated products in an unsaturated market. I'm going to teach you the entire strategy so you can replicate it yourself in your own store and take it to the next level. Let's find out. Hey, I'm St-Germain here. I teach people just like you how to build up a successful Shopify dropshipping business in any niche and in any country. If you want to learn exactly step by step how to grow your business, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm giving away a free step-by-step course from 0 all the way up to 5,000 a day on Facebook ads, reserved for a few students. If you want to win that special course, comment secrets in the comments, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and that thumbs up button. And last thing, if you want an opportunity to schedule a free one-on-one call with an expert, either me or somebody in my team, to take your business to the next level, stay until the end of this video where you'll see the opportunity, or you can click the first link down in the description to schedule your free call. Now, let's go into here's what you'll learn in this video: how to grow a Shopify store to more than $10,000 per month with saturated products, selling products that you might have seen already. They're running on Facebook ads. You're seeing them again, and you know what those products are, but how to launch that store, those products in an unsaturated market without even speaking the language of that market. This particular student does speak the language of the market, so it gives her a particular advantage over everybody else. You don't even have to speak the language. So if you only know English, or you only know like English and Spanish, that doesn't really need to force you back from doing the strategy. And also how to scale your store with Facebook ads and lookalike audiences, plus a broad audience trick that I'm going to show you right now. So here's what this can do. This particular student now in October, so this is fresh information for you to consume. She hit 10,000 euros, which is around $11,000 to $12,000. So it's even more than 12,000. And here you can see we made it. October goal reach. Thank you, St-Germain. And this was in my private mentoring group. Absolutely crushed it. And now the other day, she actually reached $1,000 a day, not 1,000 euros, but still $1,000 a day. Thanks a million for your help with scaling. I'm going to teach her exactly what I'm teaching her. Obviously more condensed, the step-by-step strategy. So how you can grow a 10,000 plus niche Shopify store. Take a niche you're already passionate about. So this is not dealing with a general store, testing whatever kind of products. It's more of creating a niche store, something that you're passionate about, something that you already know there's an audience for it, and then look for products that have already sold a lot. You can look on AliExpress, products that have sold, let's say 1,000 or more orders, and products that are generally saturated. If you find it on Facebook ads, and maybe even on Google, they're generally saturated. People have already known about it, or they're promoting it across multiple platforms. Look for a market where there is enough room to scale, but also high GDP per capita, that people actually make money, or expected GDP. In just a second, I'm going to show you the expected GDP in 2023, which is very, it's in the next 3 to 4 years. It's going to be very relevant to this video in Europe specifically. And then the last thing, if you already know the language, that's perfect. So if you know German, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Norwegian, Scandinavian languages are also really good, which we're going to talk about it, then you don't need to hire somebody to actually know the language or to translate for you. So it's perfect. You have an advantage. But if you don't know the language, you don't need that to stop you. You can actually hire people or just translate your store by using a special app that I'm going to show you. So when it comes to choosing your country, which I'm going to talk here, what country to choose, you do need to look at scale, like how many people there are in the country, because you can pick a really small country like Luxembourg, for example, that has a lot of people that are very high earners. Like the average GDP per person is very high, but it's also a very small country. So what I would recommend you do is stick to countries that have a GDP of around 35,000, 40,000 or more per year. If we look at some countries like, for example, Bulgaria, Romania, Turkey, over down here, Albania, Belgrade, although they're great countries, great people, there's people that have a lot of money there, the average person is not as affluent as other countries like the Scandinavian ones, which is 84,000 expected, 61,000, 53,000, France right here, 53, 62,000. England, obviously 53,000. And then Spain, 48. And Portugal, around 40 expected. So this is actually a great graph that explains how wealth is distributed around Europe, which is the main area or main regional area that we're going to focus on. We mainly focus on US, UK, or US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, also really, really good. They're obviously English, but if you are from Australia, if you are from New Zealand, or even if you are from another country and you want to focus exclusively on the Australian and New Zealand market, that's a really great potential or a really great opportunity to scale there. There's not as much competition, and there's also a lot of people with a lot of money. Now, which country to choose? The best results so far for me and my own students have been Germany or other German speakers, as well as Italy. One student's absolutely crushing in Italy, France, Scandinavian countries, so the top 5, or the top 4, I should say, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark, the top 4 countries over there, and then Spain and Portugal would be the next one. I have one student that tried both Italy and Spain, and Italy crushed Spain, but I also know people that are selling really well in Spain. So those are the top ones. It does not have to be in Europe, so not necessarily in Europe, but you can choose a country like Australia, New Zealand, or even Latin American countries. I personally have a friend who does around 12,000 to 50,000 a month in Brazil only. So he only sells to Brazil. And I also know another one doing like 8,000 a day selling all over Latin America in Spanish. So there's also that potential. Europe tends to be the better one, but you can also have that potential outside of Europe, as well as if it's easy to outsource and translate in case you don't speak the language. So for example, if you were to translate it to Portuguese, there's likely less people speak Portuguese than they speak, for example, French, which there's like over 20 countries that speak French and so on. So if you're not really sure what country to pick, you can just go with the list right here, or even Australia, New Zealand, or you can choose by GDP per capita, or you can go with one that's easy to translate. Spanish, super easy to translate. You can just hire somebody from Latin America. Scandinavian countries, a little bit harder. France, super easy. Italian, a little bit harder. You have to pick from one particular country. German, super easy as well. Now, how to launch an unsaturated market store. So how to actually launch and how to get to that point of 10,000 a month, which the student right here did. So either speak the language, or you can hire people to help you with translating everything, and also make sure the store is properly translated. You can use to translate your store this app called Weglot, and I'm going to pull it up here. And I'm going to show you how to hire people on Upwork. But this one's translate your Shopify store. That's really good. We've tried it and it's free to install. There are some charges later on, some monthly charges, but this one in particular can let you just translate the whole store into the particular language that you're selling. So let's say you want to sell it to France and you want to focus on the French market. You can just translate it to French and you're selling in France pretty easily. So it doesn't have to be as hard, as well as getting people from Upwork that either speak the language and do that specific thing. So you can either hire somebody, for example, let's say it's product description or Shopify product description. You can either type it right there, Shopify product description right there, look for them, and then narrow down into people that only speak French. So you can do filters, and then you do other languages, and you can do French here. French, and now you find people that have product description experience, do product descriptions, and then also know French. So this one in particular is from Mauritius. She has 10,000 plus, so they don't have to be from France. They can be from other countries that do speak French. So that's why I'm saying if the language is more world known, there's more people that speak it, it's easier to outsource it. German is a little bit harder. Spanish, it's easier because you have Latin America. But for example, let's say it's like something like Norwegian, that might be a little bit harder, right? So if you're doing like a Norwegian language, there's a few of them, but they charge a lot higher because it's only Norway. So it just depends on how hard it is to actually hire somebody from there, or even go deeper than that and hire somebody in Facebook ads, for example. Facebook ads, and you can go there and then you can do filter. And for example, somebody that speaks German, and you can just type it, or location Germany, or language is German. And here you go, from people from Germany that can speak German or write ads in German for you. The last thing you can do is also hire a translator. So you can actually go ahead and do translation, and you can just do the ads yourself, do the product descriptions yourself, and just hire a translator to actually translate everything into that language that you're selling. So it doesn't have to be as hard. You don't have to be born there. There's ways to do it. Now, the other thing that I do want to talk about is understand the country and the country's philosophy. Don't just go at it blindly. Different countries have different ways of living, different ways of doing business. Some countries are more capitalist, some countries are more socialist. So it depends the type of country that you're advertising in. Make sure you understand the philosophy. Don't just think, oh, if it works in the US, it's going to work in France. Probably not going to happen. You do have to understand what the country is, how it works, how the whole business structure is, and then you can go and absolutely crush in that country. Now, how to scale with lookalikes and market domination. Before I move on, I do want to congratulate Julius Varkalis for winning the free course from the past video. If you want to win a full step-by-step course, comment secret, subscribe with that notification bell, and that thumbs up. Once you have 200 sales or 200 of particular conversion event, you can start lookalike audiences and then scale with volume. So essentially, if you have 200 clicks, you can start lookalike off of view content, 200 add to cart, start lookalike from add to cart, 200 purchases, and so on, and also scale throughout the country. So if lookalikes don't perform for you, try related broader interests. So let's say in a country where you're going from, let's say it's France right here, you're going for very specific niche interests and you've burned them out. You already, there's not really any more room to scale in your niche. You can go for broader interests, or another one would just be going for a broad audience, like going France 21 to 50 and men, right? So like men 21 to 50 in France, that would be like a very broad audience. But since you're scaling in one country specifically, it can work really, really well. And this is the way to do it. This is how you do a lookalike audience. So you actually choose your select here, and you can also do multiple lookalike audiences that you can test, and you can check here 1, 2, 3, even 8 audiences here. Facebook allows you to do multiple audiences in the same ad set. So it's not like you have to do one ad set or like 10 per day, 20 per day. For each audience, you can actually combine them into the same one. Now, that's it for now. Go make $10,000 per month in unsaturated markets. Go ahead and crush it. And if you want a free one-on-one exclusive call with either me or somebody in my team, you want to sit down with somebody, talk to them about your struggles, ask questions, get the exact strategy that takes my students from 0 all the way up to 10,000 per month, and know exactly how to scale your store right now, check the first link in the description, the first link right there in the description. Go ahead and schedule your call. The spots are limited, so if there's no spots, please wait 1 or 2 days, and also apply really well for the call. There's an application form. We don't take everybody, so make sure to apply. If you do get taken, we'll get on a fully free call. There's no sales pitch in disguise. It's not a fake call. It's a real call, real value. We're gonna teach you the exact strategy to scale your store. Go schedule a call, comment secrets down below, subscribe to that notification bell for an exclusive module. And if you wanna see me finding 10 winning products in 10 minutes with all the strategies possible, check out the video right there. I released it a couple of days ago and it's doing super well. 10 winning products in 10 minutes. Watch me find them. Check out the video right there. Comment secrets, subscribe to that notification bell, and that thumbs up if you love this video, and schedule a call with the first link in the description.